What's up guys, it's Naturally and welcome back to another football impact video. See what happened this week in the Premier League. And the Premier League this weekend with no Sergio Aguero for Man City when they played Chelsea in the biggest game of the weekend, because he went to Amsterdam to go and watch a concert, even though the only thing you do in Amsterdam is go out to nightclubs and all that. That's the last thing I would do when I'm in Amsterdam, is go to watch a concert. It must be some sick concert if he's getting to say, if it's on his day off. But yeah, with no Sergio Aguero, they had Gabriel Jesus playing up front. Fabio Delph was playing wing back. The biggest one was Matt Morata. He came off injured. Wasn't really great. It looks like he's out for at least 4 to 6 weeks with that hamstring tear. It's not really good for Chelsea because he's been sensational at the start of the season. He's been scoring goals, got a hat-trick last time out against Stoke City. And you know, it's not ideal. I thought, well, okay, Morata's off. They're going to bring Batshuayi. He's the guy that scored the winning goal against Atletico Madrid in Madrid. Cracking result for Chelsea. No, they brought William on and don't understand that. William's a good player, don't get me wrong. To play William ahead of Batshuayi, what does that tell you about the guy's confidence, you know? Batshuayi was thinking, okay, this is my chance. Morata's injured, this is my chance I've been waiting for this club. And you play Wayne. I don't know if that kind of doesn't know faith in Batshuayi, or Batshuayi now feels like maybe I should go find another club. But anyway, get back to the game. Wayne came on for Morata. Didn't make a difference. I thought Wayne was so out of the game. He wasn't, for me, in the game. I think he played touch to Fernandinho and also the defence and the goalkeeper. For Man City, I thought they were excellent. But the goal came from a likely source, the old Chelsea boy himself, Kevin De Bruyne, who Mourinho said was probably not good enough for Chelsea and not good enough for the Premier League. Right now, he is tearing up the Premier League because he scored an absolute fucking stonker of a goal and wins the match. Great finish, 1-0. This is the reason why I think Man City, they're always going to breed teams apart, like so beating Watford 6-0 and beating Crystal Palace 5-0. But these are the games away from home. I didn't think they can do this, Man City. I thought they were going to outscore a team. They've got real resilience, and also Pep Guardiola now knows this league after being in the Premier League for 1 season. And you know, it's the first time he's ever beaten Chelsea, by the way, I think that's the first time he's ever beaten Chelsea ever. You know, that's incredible. In his management career. So that's a really good win for Man City. That still puts them top of the league with Manchester United, who also win 4-0 against Crystal Palace. Palace, and for me, I think they're doomed. I keep saying they're doomed last week. They're even doomed than they were last week because they still haven't scored a goal. And their best striker, you could say their best striker, well, the only striker, is Christian Benteke. He's out for 6 weeks. So you think to yourself, where do Palace go from here? But Benteke injured. His goals kept up last season. Mofasa is injured. He's the only guy for me, only good player in that team. And for me, he can easily play for some big clubs in the not so distant future. Maybe even in January he may actually go. They look doomed. Palace. Roy Hodgson, I don't think is the man for Palace. I said 4 games ago, they shouldn't have sacked Frank de Boer. Not when you play 4 matches. You're trying to change the style from Alan Pardew, who's attack-minded, to Sam Allardyce, who's defensive-minded, to Frank de Boer, who's a passing manager and team. And then you went back to Roy Hodgson. Then you got Roy Hodgson, who plays the way Alan Pardew and Big Sam plays. So there's 4 managers with 4 different styles at the same time, and that's less than a year. You can't teach that. That's impossible. So the fact of the matter is, the board across the Palace are the reason why Palace are in the bottom of the league, rock bottom of the league. And we go back to my neighbour stand. I thought Rashford looked some player. He made some great balls into the box, but the first goal was excellent. Great ball in. The defensive in Palace is awful. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's just lack of confidence. Whatever, it's just disasters. Morata makes it 1-0. Then Fellaini gets 2. I thought he was excellent in this game. Good 2 decent little headers. And then Rashford with one hell of a ball in for a goal makes it. I think the Flame makes it 3. And Lukaku, who makes it 7 goals in 7 games for Manchester United. I think that's his 11th or 10th goal of the season. And it's only one player who's had a better start to his Manchester United career, was Andy Cole. what a player he was for Newcastle and for Man United. He was part of Man United's treble winning team in 1999. So I think if he's anything like Lukaku, which you do have similarities, I think, with Lukaku in terms of, you know, physicality, pace. I think they got current. Man United last season. This is the reason why they didn't win Liga, challenge for League last year, because they didn't have a striker who can put the ball in the net, clinical finishing. They have that this season. They also have decent defensive player managed, and they finally got that defence sorted. Valencia, I thought he's been outstanding. I think he's probably the best fullback. I think he's the most underrated player in the Premier League. Valencia, I thought he's been excellent this season so far. But good with Man United, it keeps them seeing their points. We're not even go off Man City. After Palace, things need to change. You play Chelsea next. If they don't get any points for the first 10 matches, I think they're relegated. Or actually, don't win again the first 10 matches, I think they're relegated. Newcastle get a 1-1 draw against Liverpool. What a cracking win, what a cracking result this was for Newcastle. Newcastle United played really well in this game. They were disciplined, they were, you know, strong in that midfield. I thought Shelby came in for Isaac Hayden. He was excellent, you know, he put in some really good passes. He also done his job defensively. But the first goal for Liverpool was an absolutely sensational goal from, who else? Their main man so far. He has scored 3 goals in 3 games. He's been absolutely outstanding. It's Coutinho, of course. I mean, it's just he's the best player, I think, at scoring goals from outside the box. He's just, his technique, and I don't care what goalkeeper you ain't saving that. That's just how to just sit there and just applaud that, because that's just one of the goals of the season. And for me, it was the goal of the weekend, and that's why Barcelona wanted to pay the high bucks to get him, because he's absolutely sensational. It was a great finish. You could say Shelby should have released. Shelby did say he wanted to get closer to him, but I just think you just had to take your hats off for that. Liverpool after that didn't really play. Didn't have a lot of chances after that. Then it was the goal from Newcastle. What a ball from Shelby! And for me, he's the only player in the Premier League who can do that. There's no other midfield player in the Premier League today that can put a ball in like that. That's a bit of quality Shelby has, and I think if he keeps playing like that, Shelby the way he can play against Liverpool, he's back in the England squad, no question about it. What about Hostelou? I mean, the defending for Liverpool, you can say what you say against Liverpool's defending this season. I said it already. They're not winning the league until they shake up their defending, because their defending is an absolute disaster. But great ball from Shelby into Hostelou. It's a minor deflection of Matip, hits Hostelou's shin in the net, 1-1. It's still on target. And Hostelou's shots are actually still being on target, apart from the one against Brighton. But just had one of those games Newcastle. But still in the net, 1-1. Liverpool did after that get some momentum. They started getting more chances. And then that was half time. Second half started. Newcastle started off the better in the second half. Then Liverpool played, brought on Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, brought on Firmino. Chamberlain had a massive chance. Went over the bar. Then the chance Sturridge has been waiting for since he's been in the Liverpool team. Missed it. Great save from Rob Elliott, and Salah kicks up the bar. And that's about it. Newcastle had the last chance at the end from Mohamed Diaby from a corner, which was Newcastle's first corner of the match. Should have scored. And actually, it could have been a penalty, but not. Liverpool also should have a penalty, but not for me. Both players are pulling shirts. But I think a credit to Newcastle. It's more like a point gain for Newcastle, 2 points drop for Liverpool. Newcastle is playing really well now, and I think they're going to be fine this season. I think they're going to be alright. Liverpool. Can they get top 4? Yes, they can. Will they win the league? No. Newcastle are already in the top half. Tottenham put the 4 into Huddersfield Town. Yes, they won 4-0. Harry Kane, who banged a hat-trick in midweek. Guess what? He does it again. Didn't get a hat-trick, but he also got 2 goals in this match. He should have a hat-trick. He could have had 4 or 5 goals in this game, Harry Kane. He had so many chances to score. Harry Kane scored. It was a really good finish to the first goal. You could say defending is poor from Huddersfield, but a good finish. The second goal from Ben Davies is really nice football from Tottenham. And then the third goal on Harry Kane's weaker foot. He scores and makes it 3-0. And Mr. Sissoko gets a goal in this game. It's 4-0. Conte win for Tottenham. Puts them in the top 3 ahead of Chelsea. Huddersfield around the bottom half after the defeat. And no easy fixtures coming for them because they played 2 Manchester clubs. I think they played Liverpool as well. Not easy fixtures for them. Great win for Tottenham. 4-0 win. And their North London rivals Arsenal win 2-0 against also new pro team in Brighton. It wasn't really a great game in this match. Like I said, at the post. Also, Solly March hit the post as well for Brighton. But the player I want to talk about, and doesn't get a lot of praise, I think, from the Arsenal supporters, is Monreal. He scored a really good goal, and I thought he had a really good game in this match. He's probably one of those underrated players in the Premier League, Monreal, a lot like Valencia. You know, he does his job. You know, he may not be the best at it, but he does his job. You can only do what you can. So I thought he had a really good game. Also, Sanchez put on a really good assist back here into Roby. 2-0. Comfortable win. Arsenal should beat these teams because they got the firepower to beat these teams. Brighton, big fish to fry. You're not going to beat Arsenal you're not going to play Arsenal every week or the big clubs every week. They're going to be judged the games against Stoke, Southampton, Huddersfield, all those clubs really. So this is just a free swing for Brighton. But this is a decent start for the season for them. 7 points after 7 matches. I don't think that's not bad. Arsenal, good win for them, plus them 5th. Stoke beat Southampton in a sort of both teams fighting for pretty much nothing really, because I think both teams are where they are, just mid-table. Stoke took the lead in this game from Juve header, then another header from Rashida. For them, a penalty miss, like I said, sorry about here. And Peter Crouch got the winner. 2-1 win, comfortable for Stoke. And last game is 2-2 versus Watford and West Brom. Wasn't a really great game. Rondon gets back in the score sheet, and Richarlison makes it 2. The last minute winner against Swansea last week. He's now got a last minute equaliser against West Brom this week. And he looks decent on signing. Marco Silva has had an amazing start for Watford. They are flying. They are now in 12 points. I think they're 8th in the league. Cracking start from Watford. You know, I took them to get relegated. Forget that. They're going to be fine this season. I think they're going to finish top half. But I rate that manager highly because he's done a remarkable job. You know, he's done a really good job at Hull. When Hull would look doomed as hell, but they actually had a chance of staying up. Watford are a way better team than Hull, and I think they're going to be far right for the alright. Okay, guys, look at the Premier League table where two Manchester clubs stay as they are. Tottenham move up to 3rd, Chelsea in the 4th, Arsenal up to 5th. Burnley had a cracking start. Well, start there on the scene. They're 6th. Liverpool, Watford, Newcastle, and West Brom around the top 10. The bottom, Huddersfield are down to 11th. Southampton, Stoke, Brighton, West Ham, who got a win, massive win this weekend to keep Slaven Bilic in a job for a point our week. Everton, who lost to Burnley, it's not looking good for Everton. The minute Cohen's under massive pressure for that club. Great result for Burnley. They're having a really good away record this season. Leicester, Swansea, Bournemouth, and rock bottom, pointless and goalless, Crystal Palace. It doesn't get any easier for them. The next game is against the champions Chelsea. And all I can say is good luck, because you're just going to need it. Now we move on to the Bundesliga. And in the Bundesliga this weekend, Borussia Dortmund keep winning. They play a really good Augsburg team who played really well in this match. Kagawa scores he's now the most goals scored by a Japanese player. What a signing he's been, what a player he's been for the Bundesliga. You know, he's won 2 Bundesliga titles when he's been there. He could make it a 3rd under this in Borussia Dortmund, because Dortmund for me right now, there's no team stopping them. I just think I know they got beat by Real Madrid. No respect to Real Madrid. I only beat Real Madrid. Real Madrid are smashing teams left, right, and centre at the start of the season. Okay, maybe not in La Liga, but you know they're the champions of Europe. For goodness' sake, they're a very good side. But Dortmund, you know, Yarmolenko scored a really good goal. Augsburg got back in the game, and Kagawa's beautiful little chip over the goalie. Good win for Dortmund. They're flying high. Aubameyang didn't score in this game, but he should have scored. He had so many chances. But good win for Dortmund. They can't stop scoring or winning games. Bayern Munich sacked Carlo Ancelotti, and it looked like, okay, we see a new manager bounce. Didn't work in this game because there's just sons of Bayern, man. They got thumped 3-0 at PSG. They sacked Carlo Ancelotti, which was a surprise to me because I know he's under pressure, and I know it's not working because Rob and Lewandowski came out saying that it's a disgrace that they're not spending money on world-class players, and that's true because they should. But I don't get what's going on with Bayern. You know, they bought in James Rodriguez. He's not a Bayern player. He's not. They bought in Tolisso. He's a good player, but he's not a Bayern player. They bought in players. I think Sörlot's a decent player. I don't think Rudy is a good player. I don't think he's a Bayern player. There's so many players in this team, for me, that's not good enough. And they should have got rid of Ribery, they should have got rid of all these players. They didn't. And that's why Carlo Ancelotti is unhappy, because he wanted to bring his players in, the board didn't want them, the board wanted this, that and the other. They all runs and content, and that's the reason why Carlo Ancelotti got sacked. But in this game, they took a lead. They were 2-0 in this game. Lewandowski scored a really good goal. They were 2-0 and Hamas scored a header. But the same, I don't know what's going on, Bayern, because when you're 2-0, they conceded, 3 minutes after scoring the second goal, and then they conceded another sloppy goal. It's 2-2, and then it's further on, Hertha should have won the fucking game. They were 2-0 down, and they should have won the match. Bayern Munich have a massive problem. I don't know if it's just lack of effort or what it is, but they are having bigger problems this season. I tell you right now, they ain't winning no Bundesliga, and I think they're way off the pace to win the Champions League. I do think there's going to be team player. Jurgen Klopp is the favourite to get the job. I also think, but for me, I think Julian Nagelsmann will get the job from Hoffenheim because he's a really good manager. And Bayern Munich rate him highly. So and Germany rate him highly. So I feel like it needs for me a pick me up. It needs like a new man. And just for me, Bayern need a youth, and I think Julian Nagelsmann for me would do it for them. But anyway, a good point for Hertha. I thought they were excellent in this game. I thought they did everything but win the match because they had chances to win the game. Bayern Munich were poor, and they don't look like they're going to win the league this year. It could be the end of the Bayern Munich domination in Germany. Speaking of Julian Nagelsmann, his team, Hoffenheim, lost to Freiburg, hit their first win of the season. 3-2 win, good win for them. Hopefully, that kick-starts their season because they're a decent little side. I don't think they're a great team, but hey, they got Europe last year, so they must be doing something right. But I hope but they did sell the best player in Philip, who's now at Dortmund, so I just want to see them do well. I think they're going to be fine this year. I just think they just need, you get that win, it boosts his confidence, it boosts the team, boosts morale, so I think they'll try and keep it up. Hoffenheim, well, they are going to fight for league title. This is a massive dent to their title aspiration. Gladbach beat Hanover. Hanover's first defeat of the season. Gladbach got a massive win, even though I think they were 1-0 down in this game. But Hanover, they are going to be fighting for the top 4 this season. They're trying to stay in the league, and I think they've had a really good start to the season. After the first 7 matches, Hanover lose the first game of the season. I didn't think in a million years that would happen. I thought they've had 4 or 6 defeats right now, so that's a great start for them. Gladbach, not really. Hazard did score a penalty that won the match, but Eden Hazard's brother, by the way. I don't get Gladbach. I watched Gladbach, and they're so, what the hell, man. Sometimes you watch them, they're excellent. Sometimes you watch them, and they're probably the worst team in the Bundesliga. That's what they are. This game, they just had enough to beat Hanover. And the last game was Schalke versus Leverkusen in a really decent 1-1 draw. I got Leverkusen done, should have enough to win the match. Schalke, Goretzka, he looks decent, really, really does look like a really good next player coming out of Schalke's academy. They had legs of Urzo, they had legs of Leroy Sané, Draxler, he looks like the next guy. Also Mario, he looks the next guy coming out of the academy, and I don't think he's a decent signing. I think he's a really good player. He's one for the future, Goretzka, so watch out for him. Good finish, a deflection goal from Bally. Just gets it back in the game for Leverkusen. Leverkusen probably did enough to get a draw, but it wasn't so-called 2 teams fighting for the league. It's 2 teams that are trying to at least finish Europe. So decent point for both teams. Oh yeah, look at the Bundesliga table where Borussia Dortmund top of the 19 points and plus 19 goal difference. They're destroying the league, though. Then it's Bayern on second. And Hoffenheim. RB Leipzig got a great win this weekend, plus 4th. Hanover dropped to 5th. Augsburg, Gladbach, Frankfurt, Schalke and Hertha made our top 10. Bottom, Leverkusen, Wolfsburg, Mainz, Stuttgart, Freiburg, Hamburg lose again and are in the bottom 3. Werder Bremen, who haven't won a match yet, and Cologne have won a match of the year. Those 2 teams, only 2 teams in the league have won. Both teams, 1 drew, 1 lost. Doesn't look good for Cologne, doesn't look good enough for them at all. So guys, let's move on to La Liga. And in La Liga this weekend, Barcelona got a 3-0 win in a game which had no fans in it whatsoever because of the whole Catalan politics sort of. I don't want to get involved because I think politics in football should be kept apart like chocolate and ketchup. They shouldn't even be, they should be far apart as possible. But look, it was behind closed doors. Even if the game should have been played, all Barcelona players, PK, for instance, said the game should have been postponed, and I agree. It should not been played because of the whole, what's happening in Catalan at the minute. So it should have been played, but it was played. 3-0 win, 2 goals from Messi, and I forget who scored the third goal, but enough just to win the match. Good with Barcelona still puts them top of the league on 21 points. The arch rivals Real Madrid also. Another player scored 2 goals in this game was Isco. Isco who scored 2 goals in this game against Espanyol, for example, our Catalan team. So this game also could have been postponed because Espanyol didn't want this game to be played either, but they were. 2 goals from Isco, 2 quality goals from Isco, and just enough to win the match. Gareth Bale wasn't playing because of injury. Ronaldo didn't really have a great game. Maybe he's just trying to get back to match fitness because he doesn't look match fit at the minute, Ronaldo, because those 5 suspensions in the Super Cup he got for is catching up on him. But a great win for Real Madrid to at least close the gap. Well, not close the gap, but maintain that gap between them and Barcelona. Sevilla, who are having an amazing start to the season with a 2-0 win against Malaga, who still haven't won a match yet. But Sevilla, by their second, they've had a phenomenal start to the season. But even though last season had a great start, and Sevilla are one of those teams that at the end of the season it just dies off. I remember the start of the season last year, we were just thinking, wow, they could fight the league this year. I don't think they will. But Ega looks a decent, great signing back again. And Muriel scored a goal, and he looks a decent striker for them. And probably that's what he missed last season was pace in that striker position. I think you got number 9, I forget his name, you say something from Toulouse. I think 2 seasons ago. He's a good player. I don't think he has got enough pace. Muriel does, and I think that's a really good signing from them. 2-0 win. Malaga, something's not right there. At that moment in time, they're going down. Leganés 3-0 against Atletico Madrid. Leganés had a fantastic start to the season. Really been a surprise package so far in La Liga this year. You could say they're like a Burnley to play in the same way. But they're doing really well in this match. Atletico Madrid, with now Diego Costa now made that permanent move, and he will not be playing for. He have to wait till January for him to make his get his comeback for Atletico Madrid when he starts. Who might be a good sign for the end of the season for Atletico Madrid because they always struggle at the end of the season. In Champions League and you're playing also in the League, which may help them. But right now they struggle to beat teams who put 10 men a ball. Who that remind you of? Also Liverpool. They don't have that sort of. They got Koke, they've got great players, but I don't think they got that player who can, in big game, in games where you're not playing well, you need a striker who can put the ball in there. I think Griezmann is a really good player. I don't think he's a player that can. He's not like a Harry Kane predator in the box. They don't have that. And Griezmann is a striker, but he's not like a number 9 striker. He's more like a number 10 striker. So they did miss that, but I think Diego Costa back on that team for them will definitely be the difference between them winning points against these type of teams and losing points in these type of teams. But that's a decent point for Leganés. They're phenomenal as the season continues. Valencia, who are now 3rd in La Liga, beat Valencia in fucking Zaza, who scores another goal, and he's up there with the top goal scorers in La Liga this season. He's had a cracking start. He scored a winning goal against Real Sociedad last week. He scored a goal this week. 3-0 win. Valencia, they may be a dark horses for top 4 this year because they look a decent little team. And last game was the game of the weekend. Real Sociedad 4, Real Betis 4. This game had everything. It had goals, sending off, penalties, you name it. Real Betis, I think, took the lead in this game so many times I lost count. But good point for Sociedad to get a winning point. Betis should have won the match. They had so many chances to win the game. But Betis are going to be one of these teams this season in La Liga where they're going to be so entertaining to watch and yet so frustrating for Betis supporters to sing on this again. We keep doing this every weekend. But I mean they're a decent little side, Betis. They're now 6th in the league, and if they keep this up, they also could be dark horses for the European spots this year. So yes, also that got a good point to rescue a point, but again, it's just like Valencia, they are really decent side to watch, but again, defending problems. Maybe they're down for this year. So guys, look at the La Liga table. We're Barcelona, top on 21 points. They're destroying the league at the minute. Then Sevilla, and surprise package Valencia, who are 3rd. Atletico Madrid are 4th. Then it's Real Madrid. Real Betis, and we start seeing so with Leganés. Real Sociedad, Villarreal, Levante in top 10. Bottom, Celta Vigo, Getafe, Atletico Bilbao. Then Espanyol, Deportivo La Coruña, great win this weekend. Good win for them. Girona, Las Palmas, Elbar, Alves, and Malaga are the only team in La Liga not to win yet. Good luck for them in the rest of their season. Not really exciting, they're doomed. Anyway, then we move on to Serie A. And in Serie A, Napoli keep on winning with a 3-0 win against Cagliari, and Hamsik is now only one off Diego Maradona's goal scoring record. Who would have thought you say that? Hey, amazing. He scored a goal in Koulibaly scored a decent header, and so did Callie. Good goals, 3-1, come to win their top league. Now we're on to Juventus, who drew 2-2 against Atalanta. They were winning this game twice, thanks to a goal from Bellerossi and also a Higuain cracking finish. And then a free kick from Atalanta. I don't know what Buffon, who's got so much experience, does a fumble. They should have catched it or pushed it or something. Don't fumble it, and then the Atalanta player scores, and then another Atalanta player scores a decent enough finish. 2-2 draw, 2 points drop for Juventus in this title race. This may be, we see how this Juventus team are like coming in the end of the season. That's a massive point for Atalanta to get them confidence going. That's 2 points drop for Juventus because the gap now is starting to, it's 2 points. Napoli on a roll. And Napoli, when you get that momentum, Napoli are unstoppable at the minute. See how they do at the end of the season, Napoli, because last season that's the reason why their title ambitions ended, was the end of the season. But good point for Atalanta, 2 points drop for Juventus in the title race in Scudetto. And speaking of our team's favourite for Scudetto, was Inter Milan, who got a 2-1 win against Benevento, and 2 goals from an unlikely source in Brozovic. This looks a decent little player. Brozovic, he also is Croatian, like Perisic. Scored 2 goals. Benevento get go back. Their first goal in I think 9 hours of football, I think somebody said. So good. That's a really good win for Inter, and Inter keep winning. This is what they are. And you're not playing European football, which I think is definitely helping them this season. They keep winning, and I think they are the outsiders of the Scudetto this year, because I think Roma and Napoli. So I think Napoli and Juventus are definitely the 2 favourites for me. Then you got the likes of Inter, who have been sensational throughout the season. Drew for them, 2-1 win for them against Benevento, who are still bottom in the league. Roma vs AC Milan, the biggest game of the weekend, where Roma win 2-0. Dzeko is back in the goals again, he can't stop scoring. And a good win for Roma. AC Milan, they spent so much money. I think this thing was spending over 100 and something million they spent this summer, which is a lot of money. They put so much money, bought on Callie, bought on Rodriguez, they bought in the likes of Kessie, so many others, likes of Andre Silva. It hasn't really worked for Kessie. I think Kessie was out of his depth in this game. Maybe, in respect to Atalanta and AC Milan are too big. I mean, there's miles apart. AC Milan are a giant of world football. And he's struggling at the minute. You could say it takes time to adapt to a new team, which yes it does, especially a massive club like AC Milan. But Roma look a decent little team. I thought they goal had a really good game. And Roma just keep winning. They're not out of this league either. And they've got a new manager. But they're not out of it either. I think this title race this year is wide open. I think anybody can win this year. I think it's wide open. I don't think AC Milan can win it. But it's going to be a really good end. There's going to be a really good end of the season in the Scudetto title race. And we move on to Lazio, who thrashed Sassuolo 6-1. Immobile, again, our penalty. He is, now the top goal scorer in Serie A. And a couple of other goals from some other players. And man, they're now smashing it right now. They're on the same number of points as Roma. They're an amazing start to the season. Can they win the league? At this moment in time, we've got ourselves a 5-horse race for the Scudetto. We've got Inter Milan, Roma, Juventus, Napoli, and Lazio. I read that any impact coming up. Maybe Lazio, Inter, and Roma are the outsiders. At this moment in time, it is between Napoli and Juventus for the favourites, and then you got the other 3 teams. But this is going to be a really, really good season. And we've been waiting for years. Can this be the year other than Juventus win the league? It might be. I hope it is, because you want to see other teams win the league, because this freshens up the league. And good credit to Lazio, great win, 6-1 win. Immobile is just smashing the goals in, and they are 4th. And they can keep this up. They will be fighting for the European spots this year, and also maybe even I'd say bet for second. Torino 2, Verona 2. Verona got a decent point to keep them in the league. Torino at 2 points top, dropped for them. They got thumped last week by Juventus. Baratti scored in this game, and he's becoming a massive talisman for that team now. If he doesn't score, the team doesn't win. Pretty much that's all it needs down to Torino. A good point for Verona to give them a boost after their confidence must be shot after getting thrashed every weekend by teams. So guys, look at the Serie A table where Napoli top it on 21 points, then it's Juventus for their draw is on second, then it's Inter, Lazio, Roma, who stay where they are, Torino up to 6th, Milan down to 7th, Sampdoria, Chievo, Bologna run up the top 10, and the bottom is Atalanta, Fiorentina, Udinese, Cagliari, Spal, Crotone, Sassuolo, Verona, Genoa, and Benevento. Verona, Genoa, and Benevento, only 3 teams in Serie A not to win a game yet. And Benevento, only team in Serie A not to have a point yet. Them look like Crystal Palace are doomed and may need to go and just think, you know what, we're going to get relegated, why don't we just go out and just try and get points. That's what I would do if I was a Benevento player. But now guys, let's move on to the last league earn. And Ligue this weekend, Paris Saint-Germain win 6-2 against the third place team in Bordeaux. And Neymar scores an absolute world class free kick. Mbappe scores, Cavani scores, and so did Draxler. So pretty much all the front 4 score. What do you expect when you got them 3? They all scored. A good win for Bordeaux, a good win for PSG. They're after their midweek win against Bayern Munich. Bordeaux, we played PSG at the wrong time. Simple as that. PSG's been roused for Liga this year in Monaco. Drew 1-1 against Montpellier, who drew last week by Montpellier did drew 0-0 with PSG last week, and they drew with Monaco this week. So Montpellier are a decent little team. Monaco took the lead from Farcal, then when Montpellier go back. They had chances Monaco to win the match, but they weren't clinical in front of goal. I thought Jovetic had a couple of chances to score, but good point for Montpellier. That's 2 points against the top 2. I didn't think that would happen. Monaco, that's the point. That's 2 points dropped in this Liga interviews, with PSG winning 6-2 against Bordeaux. Marseille beat Nice 4-2, which puts them third in the league. And you're going to say, per defending from all the goals. Balotelli scores a goal, decent header. Then you see another goal from Serie, per defending again. Then March again back in the game thanks to bad defending, easy headers for a couple of goals. And then a penalty missed from Serie, Nice had a penalty then the match where you expect Balotelli to take it because he's tending to go in front of penalties. No, they gave it to the other Ligue player and he's fucking missed it. Fuck me, I just don't understand that. But anyway, good win from Marseille. 4-2 win. Puts them third. That's where I think they are going to be this year. I don't think they're going to be able to top 2 and top 2 for the league. I think Marseille are just the third best team in the league. Probably everybody else will say some of the other teams third best team in the league, but I think Marseille, that's where I think they are right now. And the last game is Nats. That's right, Claudio Ranieri's team beat Metz, or they should beat Metz because Metz are bottom league, and that puts them 4th in the league, and they've had a really good start to the season. You know, they were third until Marseille beat Nice 4-2. Can they do what they should do? I don't think they can win the league. I don't think that's going to happen. But they may have an outside bite at a European spot this season. That's really good. Chuff for them because the first 2 matches they lost. There's a lot of is Ranieri up to it again? But give credit where credit's due. He's got some form going on, and they're third. Now they're 4th right now. They're having a really good start to the season. So guys, let's look at the league earned table where PSG top it with 22 points, Monaco are 2nd with 19, as Marseille up to 3rd, Nats 4th, Cannes 5th, Bordeaux 6th, Saint-Étienne 7th, Lyon drew 3-3. You're going to see one of the worst red cards given in the history of football. Don't ask what the referees do, I don't know. Then it's Troyes on 9th, then it's Nice, who got beaten 10th, then the bottom 10, it is Gandup, Alger, Montpellier, Toulouse, Rennes, Amiens, Dijon, Lille, Strasbourg, Metz, bottom, and stay bottom of Ligue 1. So guys, there the football impact for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a smashing day, and we'll be back next 2 weeks with the football impact after the internationals come after the international break. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, natural.